All right. How do we want to do the intro? Who wants to
Hi,
do it?
everybody. Welcome to Infinite Nonsense, where we're here to just entertain you and talk about nonsense infinitely. Each episode, there's going to be a topic, and I'm your host this time. It's kind of like some other podcast or whatever, but we're twisting it because it's us that's doing it, not them. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. We're smarter than them. We're better.
So today,
Just built different.
I'm Sean. How you doing? I go by Rabbit Hat on other platforms. I'm with George and Soom.
Yeah.
They're
What's up,
my
guys?
competitors today.
I still hate
Competitors.
Zoom.
Okay, you don't like Soom? Then what?
No,
Zoom
what's
is
your
fine.
name?
You son of a
calling
bitch.
him Zoom.
Like, there's some goddamn bastard.
Shut up, Zoom. All right, continue on, Rabbit.
Respect.
I mean, Sean. Sorry.
No, I mean it's fine. You can call me Rabbit or Sean. Doesn't matter. So today we're going to be doing what podcasts. We're trying new things here. We're making new stuff up, and how have you guys been?
I mean, pretty good. I was waiting on Zoom to speak. But,
What
Slow
do
as
you mean
can
you
be.
were waiting on me to speak? You waited like half a second.
yeah, exactly. That's how much patience I have with you, Zoom.
Brother.
Brother. But I've been doing good, Sean, to answer your question. I've been pretty good. I'm excited to start this because we talked about this a lot in past time, and finally starting something at least, replicate of that is really cool.
I'm proud of you too. You're great.
Yeah.
You are
I'm proud of
part
you
of
too,
us,
son.
Zoom.
I am not part of you. I am here with you, not part of you. You sons of.
You're realizing you've been saying it a little too frequently.
Yeah. No, that was an immediate. I was like, wait a second here.
an immediate censor. Oh man, that's funny.
So the way the format of this whole thing is going to be is one of us is going to be hosting and two of you are going to be competing. And the topic of the day is going to be dictated by whoever's hosting. And I will arbitrarily say who wins for the host, I should say. I'm the host this time, that's why I say I. But the host is going to arbitrarily pick who's going to win to host the next episode.
I'm going to throw on purpose.
You just want me to suffer.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah, pretty much.
Well, you see, you could try to throw as much as you want, but it's up to me to decide. I'm the
Sorry,
head
it's up to
honcho
Sean to
today.
decide. Okay, all right.
The topic of today is sandbagging. Do it.
As funny as that would be, I figured it's the most appropriate topic in this since we're done with any. Actually, how have you been lately? I mean, I'm trying to start some small talk stuff.
We're back to me. Yay, it's not just George answering. I've been horrible.
Oh,
It's been one of those weeks where you find out horrible things about your cousins. And we pass some anniversaries of some very, very bad things. And also, we celebrate new life coming into this world.
Oh, congratulations. It's awesome.
Me.
That's good.
No,
That's
I've
good.
been pretty good. To be completely honest here, I've been pretty good.
Had to
the
ask a
sudden
simple
realization that a new life has come into the world.
All Zoom had to do was say, "Yes, my day is great."
Well, I mean, I do
Here, I'd like
appreciate
to
that.
add-
Some thank you. It leads into the actual topic for today of new
Oh
beginnings.
yeah, what's the topic, Rabbit?
New beginnings? Yeah.
What?
New beginnings.
What are you-
I figured it is the most appropriate topic to start this podcast off with is new beginnings. What are some
Wow.
new beginnings that you have had or experiences you have started new, fresh, that you didn't expect to, just have?
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna take the easy ass dunk here. The podcast. Yes, screw you some.
I mean, we've already addressed that multiple times here.
And I'm addressing it again because I feel like it.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I think Zoom, do you want to go first or me?
I mean, you can go first if you want. You're the one who talked first.
Okay.
I slur my words.
I think a new beginning.
Or what do you think of new beginnings? Anything dealing with new beginnings. What can I give you points or equate to
No,
your
I got you.
answers for?
No, I got you. I think new beginnings are important, especially for people who, especially for people who come at a certain point in life where they think that it's like too late to start over. That's never true. You can start over at any age. Doesn't matter how old you are. New beginnings give you the opportunity to do things differently. And I think it's weird when people say like, I lost everything and my life is over and I didn't learn anything from that. Well, no, if you start over in a new beginning, you're not starting actually from scratch. You're starting with the new experience that you gained from that last thing that you did. But I think new beginnings are a wonderful thing because it renews purpose and it gives everyone a chance to move forward again. So yeah, I like new beginnings. My opinion.
Man just described a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
Because I mean, that is all a midlife crisis is somebody trying to find a new beginning, a new search.
I would say not necessarily because there are people in like the 20s and stuff, an 18-year-old who say that their life is over, even though by association it isn't. It's just like, a mentality, I guess, of like, hey, I'm going to start over, a new beginning here.
Yeah, no,
doesn't necessarily have to be a
I'm not
midlife
saying
crisis.
that they're like the same thing in totality. I'm just saying like that tends to be what a midlife crisis is, not necessarily saying that other people can't experience that.
Yeah. But it is by definition, I guess, what you said, a midlife crisis.
Sorry, I don't know why midlife crises have been on my mind lately.
Because you're going through it right now.
getting
So.
up
I'm
there
the
in
youngest
age.
of us.
You're getting up there in age some. Well, George and I, we've already dealt with our midlife crises. I mean, look at us. We're here on a podcast.
You're speaking French, Rabbit? This is wee shit.
That is actually what made me think of them was the podcast.
Actually, yeah, we're getting old. All of us here are creators in our own right. Some here streams on Twitch. Rabbit and I do stream and video making on YouTube.
Just doing plugs now.
I'm kind
Save
of giving
it for the end.
I'm giving context to what we've been doing for a while, or at least for a bit, and
How we matched the new
you know-
beginning that arose from us meeting each other, the glory of learning
All right.
people and the friendships. Go fuck yourself, George. Anyway,
that's
you
exactly
can
what
continue,
that's
sorry.
actually where I was going with, you little prick. But yeah, pretty much what Sim said. It's crazy that that we've all met because of our journeys here, and to wrap it back to the new beginnings, this is in itself, when we met and we kind of garnered this idea, this whole new beginning of a podcast is just something that, really excites me and really motivates me, at least. I don't know about Rabbit or Sim. I can't speak on their behalf, but for me, it's really exciting, to see where this goes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm definitely looking forward.
I'm just excited to be here. No, but really, I'm excited to do things with my friends because honestly, I don't spend enough time with you guys.
Hold on, friends.
Oh,
Friends, wait.
friends? Wait, George, not friend?
I'm kidding. We're friends.
George, not friend. Got it.
Gorg, not friend. Yes.
Gorg, not friend.
But is that what you wanted from us, or?
I mean,
It's a start. It is definitely a start. All right.
Okay.
So, what do you think? And now, when I think of new beginnings, I start thinking of things like not just the existential crises. Those are
Yes,
those are common. Those are new. Those are old. Forget those. Throw them out the window. What about new beginnings in video games?
Like New Game Plus?
No, well, it could be, but I also mean like just starting over from scratch, like a Minecraft playthrough. You start over a whole world all over again.
I would absolutely hate that.
I mean, I think it has its own merit to it.
I can't say much because I'm biased as hell. God, Minecraft. Minecraft's a great game. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. It's a great game, right? It's a great game.
Uh-huh.
Sold 1 billion copies. It's the worst. I think it's the world's most sold game. Is that right? It beat Tetris, I think.
Did it beat Tetris?
Did it?
I think it. I think it
Hold
did.
on.
Yeah, no, hold
double
on.
check.
Look it
No,
up. Whoa.
Double check. I remember someone telling me that, like, hey, Minecraft beat up Tetris or whatever, and it's apparently like the most sold game. So, but while Rabbit double checks that,
Highest selling game of all time behind Tetris. October.
Oh, okay.
23.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess it depends on what you mean by selling, because according to this, Minecraft sales, we got like 300 million.
Yeah, hold on.
And then Tetris EA has 100 million, and Grand Theft
Okay.
Auto 5 has 200 million. But
yeah, I know GTA 5 was up there.
I don't know if that's the sales that we're talking about.
Well, I mean,
Copies sold is.
I was
probably-
going for copies sold. That's what I was going for.
I'm getting the
so-
same result again.
So is it saying that Minecraft is sold more or made more money than Tetris?
Yeah. Okay. So here's Forbes. According to Forbes, we got Minecraft just surpassed 300 million sales. Here's the only video game still beating it. All right. Well, what's the only video game? The headline.
Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, obviously.
Obviously.
Great game, everybody. Should play that.
Yeah, you must like it. You bring it up so much.
It's such a stupid game. I'm really only bringing it up a lot because, R.I.P. Rooster Teeth, but Ray used to mention that a lot. Because of him, I actually played it, and it was Nintendo's attempt at making their own Sonic, believe it or not. So Minecraft is like one of the highest selling games of all time, right?
End of the day, yes, it is
Yeah, okay.
one of the highest.
Yeah, at least
Okay.
top 5.
All right, and then that's what I wanted to pretty much mention. But again, back to what you asked about starting a whole new game. I played a lot of Minecraft. I did with a couple friends, and I even made servers for it. It's just to me I kind of, again, it's the whole burnt out thing. I just played so much where it's like I don't really find enjoyment at all. And my whole thing is if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to play it anymore. And so to me personally, it would just be it'd be a pain in the ass having to just regrind everything. I mean, yeah, it's a new beginning, but knowing what I'm going to be getting, the reward there is not a surprise. Like, oh my gosh, a diamond sword. No, it's not. Doesn't have the same effect to whereas it'd be my very first time playing it. But if we were to diverge to a different game, like let's say Witcher 3, for example, great game, one game of the year.
Game, honestly.
All right, hold on, Rab. I'm gonna beat up Zoom really quick. But Witcher 3.
Clarify on that. It's because I don't. It's just not for me. It's a great game.
And that's fair. That's completely fair. No.
Continue on your tangent, though.
No, but yeah, I would replay that game. I did 5 or 6 times, and I even did New Game Plus a couple times, and it was just one of those games where the storytelling, the graphics, and the gameplay and the mechanics of everything just were so fluid and well put together that it warranted a replay. And it's just that's my my requirement for a game to be replayed or to do again is something that keeps me interested. And I think for me, Minecraft just isn't there just for Minecraft. So yeah.
Fair. All right, what about you? What are new beginnings for starting over a game? I mean, Minecraft was just an example given, so was Witcher, but in general, I'll throw in another example. Honkai Star Rail, starting over from scratch.
Hold on.
That's actually a decent way to put this. For me, when it comes to starting over a new playthrough of a game, I wouldn't restart something like Star Rail. I wouldn't restart something like, let's say, oh my god, what's a good game? Diablo 2.
Deus Ex Machina.
Basically, I don't know about Deus Ex. I've actually never played them. None of them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But anyway, so open world games I can see restarting regularly. That's Diablo 2 is technically open world. It's not really. But more story-driven games like Honkai and, well, I really can't think of anything. Oh my god, why can't I think of any games? Why aren't games in my head?
Oh no, the existential crisis of the games.
No,
just
but
look up story-driven games, story-oriented games. We got Alpha Protocol, Octopath Traveler, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, game. Octopath Traveler. And any games that are set up like that, I really wouldn't want to restart because, I mean, occasionally I might because there's a few games that I do, but you've already experienced the story. You've already felt what you needed to feel from it. Sometimes it's nice to revisit and, begin anew, re-see what you already saw, maybe with new eyes, new whatever, what have you. But honestly, restarting a story-driven game just isn't something that appeals to me or I think is something you necessarily should need to do. But when it comes to sandbox or open world games, there's so much to explore, so much to do, so much unique
Skyrim.
things. Yeah, Skyrim. Sometimes you see a giant punt a goat. Sometimes you don't.
Giant punt a goat. What?
Giant punt a goat. You know the giant punt a goat.
Yeah, in Skyrim, sometimes you see a giant punt a goat.
What?
You've never seen a giant kick goat in Skyrim?
Heard of the punt a
All
goat?
I'm gonna say is that Skyrim's mid. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, it's been released way too many times to have any actual relevance.
Yeah, thanks
anymore.
Bethesda. Thanks Todd Howard. Great.
Hey,
man.
speaking
Great
of new
idea.
beginnings, that game had many of them.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
there were so many new beginnings in
Past
Skyrim.
10 different releases.
It's like Todd Howard listened to Rabbit's question and he's like, let me show you what a new beginning is.
How many times has
Yeah, he
Skyrim been?
listened to
times.
it from back in time.
He took it too literal.
How many times has it been released?
I think it was let's see, it was PS3, Xbox 360, then PS4 and Xbox One, and then PS5, not PS5. It was Steam, then the
15
Switch.
times
Damn.
on 10 different consoles.
How cocky you gotta
And
be to
even
think
the
that you could-
Alexis too.
Yeah. How
PC, 360,
cocky do you have to be?
Switch,
to believe that your game can be
Special
released that
edition
many
for-
times and be like, yo,
Anniversary
we don't gotta make a new
edition,
thing.
and then 3 VR or 2 VR and an Alexa. God,
course.
that is insane.
Yeah.
Most games die out after 1 or 2 generations of console.
Not Skyrim.
Not Skyrim. No, we're
Not
going for 3.
Skyrim.
And usually those ones that end up on 2 generations are released near the overlap of the 2.
I would argue that Minecraft is a very close second, if at all, because they're out on phones, they're out on all these other devices.
Yeah, it's got Minecraft's got a lot of them too. You're right.
And with
But yeah, no, when it comes to like sandbox games, new beginnings are actually really fun. Like for Minecraft, I don't necessarily start a brand new world that's just the same. I usually do a new modded playthrough because there is new things to explore. Minecraft, at the end of the day, you've seen, like, let's say your spawn area, 16 by 16 chunks. That's enough to get you most of the game.
Yeah, I think the modding community for Skyrim and Minecraft really do a great job of keeping
Yes.
people into that game. And I think that's the only reason why those games have done so well is because of the modding community. 'Cause let's be honest, Mojang and freaking Notch, I think Notch has sold
I was gonna say,
his
once it got
ownership.
sold to Microsoft, it went downhill, honestly.
Minecraft,
It really did.
I mean, it's still good. It just, the quality of the updates went downhill, I should say.
There was just no soul in updates now. It felt very like business like esque in a sense where the updates just didn't feel like Minecraft like it did. And I think that's like you said, that was part of the reason why, it's not as good as it could have been. And I really wonder like if Notch would have kept going with it. I want to know what he would want in the game, So,
I wonder if the updates being the way they are isn't necessarily by a factor of Microsoft taking control of it, but rather the level of quality that updates could occur for Minecraft that are outside of mods. How much could you really go? Would you just incorporate mods or something to make it quote unquote better updates? Because I'll tell you what, I will throw out the random votes. Those votes that they have each year.
yeah.
I think
Toss those. Add all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that, like, the changes are so minuscule, it feels weird that they can't add all 3.
Yeah.
But also, at the same time, speaking about, like, mods and updates and things, didn't they already implement things from various mods?
Probably.
What, Skyrim or Minecraft?
Minecraft. Skyrim doesn't get anything anymore.
Yeah, Skyrim's practically dead, and they just kind of puppeting the corpse.
Yeah. I mean, Minecraft, I think I might be wrong here, but I think the latest update with the cherry blossom trees and everything, that was inspired by a mod, if I'm not mistaken.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know a lot of games that have bigger modding communities do eventually, like, reach out to the modders and be like, hey, we want to make this part of the official thing. Can we do that? Like, are you okay with that? Like, are you
Give me $1
going
million.
to be proud of this?
I'd ask for money right up front. Give me $1 million. And yeah, you
I'm
can.
sure. I am honestly sure they do at least give some compensation.
Yeah. That's a big thing, right? Modding, like modders or people who make fan games in general, like there's no monetary gain from that. It's purely notoriety. It's purely just getting your name out there and saying like, oh, look, I can do this. This is my portfolio.
And then you end up with companies like Nintendo who shut down any fan-made games, which whatever. Do you. That's your company's business. And then you get Sega.
I will push back on that a little bit. Nintendo wants to shut down more than they have done, yes. But the only ones that they do shut down are ones that make money off of their property.
Yeah, that's that's kind of why I didn't really want to get into it. Like they shut stuff down. That's their business. How they
remember-
shut stuff down. But
Yeah.
Sega will hire people who make fan games.
Yeah, they
Like Sega.
Sonic
Isn't-
Mania was entirely made by a fan developer or whatever, fan game maker. Like he made a fan game of Sonic, and they said like, "Hey, can you want to make Sonic Mania?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best Sonic games they've made in recent years.
Would you think
Unfortunately.
that they have been doing that because of like Sonic 06 and Sonic the Black Knight and
Oh,
all those
God.
other games?
Dear God.
to do well.
We don't look at that. No, I mean, again, like quoting Aaron from Ego Raptor, by the way, Sequelitis, great series. He made a good point. You know, transitioning from 2D to 3D is very difficult. And at the time in 2006, 2007, when the PS2, PS3 were kind of I guess not the PS2, but the PS3 was coming in, you know, and Xbox 360 and 3D games that were like the norm. It made it really there was something that a lot of developers at the time messed up on. It's not taking in the idea of the Z-axis. And yeah, it was a whole mess. And I feel like Sonic 06 got a lot of flack for that because it was just made poorly. But I also think at the time, if I remember correctly, it was also rushed because Sega wanted it out ASAP. The developers were kind of constrained with time, so they couldn't polish out all the issues. So it was just a perfect storm for that game. If you get it to work, and I've played it, I've beaten it, great game. But when the game breaking glitches happen, it's like, oh, I'm soft locked in this one area that I can't even touch the ground in. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't touch those games because I break every game that I actually try and play. I mean, I've gotten to a point where most games I play, people question, how did you do this? There's just no way. You found a way outside the map. The developers made it so that can't happen. What do you mean you found a way outside the map?
If you guys need a beta tester, my boy Sean here, I would volunteer him because he will find a way.
Fine.
Rabbit Sean, whatever. He will find a way. He will find a way to break your game. I promise you that. He will find a way. It's incredible.
Where there's a Sean, there's a way.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one thing. So one of y'all brought something up that I wanted to touch on, but I kind of forgot.
Don't touch me.
Rabbit, can you please switch places with Zoom?
Switch places. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't want to be next to this individual.
Nah, well, I've already set it up. I'm not moving it.
Damn it. Okay.
Individual of high quality.
Yeah, your words and I got mine there.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, so what was the topic again, Rabbit, that we were discussing before I got distracted?
All right, we're doing new beginning.
Well, not that. I'm talking about what we were talking about like a minute or two ago before I went on my tangent.
Well, new beginnings.
Anything, huh?
New beginning?
New beginnings.
New beginnings.
New beginning.
Okay. All right.
Well, okay. You go on.
No, no, you go. You're the contestant.
I was gonna go on a tangent, so you go on,
Yes,
Rabbit.
do it. That's the point.
No, but I wanted to hear what you were gonna say. I've been yapping for the past 5 minutes.
I was just gonna move forward, just tangent away.
Oh, okay. No, I forgot. Keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, let's start over with the whole new beginnings idea then. Instead of video games, instead
Have
of
a new beginning of it.
oh yeah, we're gonna have a new beginning of it. God damn it, the kid's not smiling now.
Good.
So, if you were to start over your channels, how would you go about it? You have a fresh new beginning. What would you do?
Exclude both of you.
I already did that once.
Right. But if you did it again,
I'd do the exact same thing. No elaboration.
I don't know.
no elaboration. No.
No,
Well, this is a dud question, I guess.
Yeah.
No, you didn't hear me, Rabbit.
No, I didn't.
It's gonna be really funny when you hear the playback of this. All I said was exclude both of you. That's what I would do.
Oh, that I did hear.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that
okay.
was pretty.
Okay.
That's an easy step, man.
yeah. But I mean,
No, yeah, I know what you
I mean, like in terms of the channel itself.
Yeah, if I were to start all over again, I'd probably I probably would have asked like an artist to do my profile, like I did. By the way, the person who did the PNG of me, Niv, or Shard, they have a Patreon.
Stella
Cool.
Dante.
There you go. Yeah, they Stella Dante did the art for my channel, and that's what I would have done in the beginning instead of doing like. I actually went on Fiverr and had someone do it, and that was like my biggest mistake. I spent I think it was like $30 on a very shitty drawing.
Fiverr though, why $30?
So I didn't know any better. That's the thing. Like I didn't know where to go, and at the time I thought that was the best way to do it. But then I realized, I mean, I'm not dogging Fiverr at all. It's just most of the people on there are not good at what they do, and it's very expensive. So it's like, and you don't really know, even if they show like examples, like this one guy that I asked to do one of my profile pictures. The examples that he put out were nothing like the final product of what I wanted, because it's like, hey man, I like the design you did on the second one in your samples. Can you draw me of this if I provide you a picture? It was nothing like it. It was absolutely nothing like it. And it's like, dude, this is not at all what you promoted. But instead of fighting it, I just sucked it up and just took the loss and made it my profile picture for a time being. But that I would have done that differently. I would have actually sought out like actual artists like on Reddit or something, and get a feel of what I needed and what I wanted, and I would have taken more time on that. No, I think a lot of people like to ask me why I have George 2D, and I have given so many false answers to it. Like if you actually like look at different streams of mine and people ask me that question, I always give up like a bullshit story. I probably won't reveal why until later on, but who knows? I may actually reveal it on this cat podcast. So
It's because
if you want to know what that is,
Freakin' has two of some very specific objects.
Shut up, Zoom. No, but I will reveal it one day.
Be revealed one day.
Yeah, exactly. The trauma of the 2D name, but no, I probably would keep 2D. I like it rolls off the tongue, George 2D. And it's just something that I've stuck with for a long time, and I would have kept George 2D. I wouldn't rebrand.
Okay. Would you?
What about you,
rebrand
Rabbit?
it all some?
I did.
I'll give mine, but someone's just like, I already did it. And it's just like,
No, I wasn't gonna say I already did it. Damn, dude.
you did.
That's literally what you
But
said.
I wanted to actually, actually answer, not just be like, no explanation, no.
Zoom.
no.
Hold on. Let's rewind real quick. Rabbit literally said, asked you the question, and Zoom, you're like, I did it already.
I did that.
And that was it.
And I do the same thing. No elaboration. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I was gonna elaborate. I was gonna go against my own word and elaborate.
Thank you.
All right, Rabbit. How about you, man? What about you? What would you do to
Someone
rebrand?
needs to elaborate. You're not the host this time, mister.
No, but seriously, if I was gonna not necessarily rebrand, but rebuild, restart, redo, I would honestly continue at this point what I am doing now, but from the get-go, and that is actually kind of trying to network, trying to interact with other people, trying to properly be somebody who can talk and do things on their own as well as with others and interact and have fun and be dumb.
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, that's what
I do.
I was gonna say. I would just actually try to. I mean, I've grown a lot on my own. Like at first, I was a non-talkative little piece of shit who wouldn't have gotten this sentence out in the first place.
Yeah.
But no, it would mostly just be if I was going to restart, it would mostly be for the clear wipe of what I used to be, and to start from what I am doing now, not where I am now, because I have more of a feel of what I want and who I am and what I want from all of this. So it would mostly just be to see where I go from here without the history attached to me. Not that there's anything bad there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the extra.
Yeah, I got you.
See how far you can get without all that. Yeah.
A fresh start with where I am, what I know, what I want to do.
And that's exactly all new beginnings are.
I feel like I've done a lot of those new beginnings things. Like I've tried, because when I first started, it was all I was gonna say FNAF, but that's like later on. I did a lot of Pokemon. No. It was Metal Gear Solid 5, and actually, ironically enough, it was 7 Days to Die. I streamed both those games off of my PS4. You can still find them if you go deep far enough. And that's how I technically started. Then I played not predecessor. It was Paragon, which is now predecessor, and I did that.
An M.
Well, so the original company making Paragon went under, and the assets were on the marketplace, and I think Unity, and some other company bought it, and they pretty much took the mechanics of Paragon, slapped in a new name, and called it predecessor, and that's really
game found a new beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can say that.
It's so fun to say it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But no, yeah. And then after doing that, I was like, let me do Pokemon cards, and I liked it at first. Then I learned to really hate it because it was my dumbass started at the big boom of Pokemon card collectibles, where it was like a scalper heaven, pretty much, where I had to pay scalper prices just for boxes for content. And I hated that because it was just...
How much was that? Because like right now they're like $50 for the big boxes at Walmart.
Well, that's the MSRP price. But like whenever I was doing it, every Walmart and every Target and every store, every card shop near me would be sold out of a new set within like the first day, because scalpers would come in and buy out like either the entire stock or most of it. And the thing is, on eBay or resale websites, like I think it was TCG Player or Toad, Toad, I forgot the name of it. But they would charge, you would see people charge like anywhere between 100 to 200% over MSRP. So if it's something like $50, it'd be like 100 to 150 to buy it. And I would pay because like I wanted to make content on it. It's like I can't find it anywhere. And I tell you, and I'm serious when I tell you, I would drive around where I lived to multiple fucking stores just to find a MSRP box or something, because I did not want to pay the scalper prices. But like I said, I did it for a bit, and it's like, you know what? I'm not enjoying this because the prices are just, I can't keep sustaining this whole thing because it's too expensive. So I was like, I need to pivot. I need to do something else. And lo and behold, I started streaming video games again, and yeah, that's where another new beginning, I guess.
All right. So I just kind of want to answer George's question about what I would do differently.
No, I want to hear that too. Go.
Yeah, screw you, Soon. Go on, Rabbit.
What the fuck? What do you mean? He said things.
It's all right. There. There. All right, Rabbit, go.
All right. So what I would probably...
There, Rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. What I'd probably do differently is I'd try and figure out I'd probably try and figure out how to go about, I mean, as some said, networking with people more. Because I had a new beginning with Rabbit Hat Plays, where my initial channel was an anagram of my name, plus a last name aspect that was like all fictional. And I was ultimately doing it to try and build confidence in myself, because I would play it back, I would look at myself and effectively do my own new beginning of rebanding who I am to me. And after I finished doing that, I would notice, yeah, I kind of don't want to stick with this name. Let me do a new name. And God, naming something is so hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just this podcast name, Infinite Nonsense, is just... God, it was such a nightmare trying to think up of a...
You guys way too long.
Yeah.
45 minutes is too long? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 45 minutes of lots of research and a lot of procrastination and dilly-dallying. It really was a pretty fun experience.
I'm just glad you accepted blame.
You accepted
So,
blame.
You're part of the group. That means you're also liable, right?
Yeah.
Liable for nothing. This is
liable due to association.
We had a name. You changed it.
I mean, I threw out an idea, and I wanted you guys to come up with something else. And I'm like, I didn't really want to stick with the other one. That was just technically a glorified placeholder. I was really hoping
that one was
someone would come in
because it was Rabbit saying this is what we talk about. Me adding on the end, and then you just sticking with it.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Infinite. What was it?
Nonsense.
Infinite Nonsense. Yeah.
Infinite nonsense. Nonsense infinitely
for infinite times. But no, yeah, I like the new one. I like the little ring.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. I like it.
Good name.
I will not make that voice, but yeah.
No, I make the voice.
Make the voice choice.
Yeah, there are.
There are. Anyway, you were saying, Rabbit?
As far as doing something differently, God,
What would I do?
I'd probably start with a lot more older content that I already have in storage and upload those as quote unquote new stuff. Kind of like throwback kind of content,
Thursday.
and just to have something throw out there as I make something new. Because I know that there's the idea of, hey, you should just make new stuff and you will be fine. But at the same time, oh, no, I probably wouldn't do that. No, now I'm thinking about it. That's a bad idea. That's a horrible idea. Scratch that from the record. I'm going to start over again. I'm doing a new beginning.
Clever girl.
But I would probably stick with shorter content more frequently, like trying to figure out how to clips well, because I definitely have a struggle doing that myself. And
Yeah.
not having money doesn't help with this. So it's like I'm trying to make this. I would be trying to, if I had more time. That's ultimately what it is. If I have more time, I would dedicate towards the channel. But I don't, and I get worn down because I either focus on the channel or I don't. Maybe less frequent. No, less frequent would be bad. That would halt growth altogether. Maybe say subscribe more often. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. That I need to learn to do that.
Hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, ride that pony.
All those subscription ears. Smash the like bell or whatever the kids say. I don't know.
Is the bell still a thing?
Yeah,
notification bell is still a thing.
Hit that notification bell to know when I go live, when I upload. I'll see you guys next time. That's usually my outro. On my videos, at least.
Okay, bye.
I don't do that. I don't.
Shut up, Stu. We're not leaving yet. No, don't leave.
You
Hold
just
on.
said that.
No, we're not leaving yet. I said that's what I... Oh, my God.
Yeah, you two aren't allowed to leave. I'm the one that does the outro around here. For
it's
when
my
you guys are
kingdom.
hosts. When you guys are the host, you can outro. All right. So let's see what else we got. I had another thought when it came to new beginnings.
Bro's reading a script.
Yeah, exactly. A script right in front of me. Let me just. There you go. That right there. That was the script. I just kind of fluttered around on a napkin. You know.
Do an elevator pitch. Let's go.
Oh, I should stop that. No, stop that. That was my elevator pitch. Well, I can't think of. Do you guys have any new beginning stories that you want to tell?
Well, we could talk about. I've actually got nothing really other than considering like every single thing we do a new beginning, like a new beginning of me going off to college. Like that's an entirely new beginning for me because I'm going to be quite honest with you, not a great family situation. So I really blossomed when it came to college.
Nice.
Like that's technically speaking, me going to college is the root cause of me meeting you two.
Really?
All right. Gonna build a time machine. Stop Zoom from going to college.
Oh,
Number
no,
one priority.
wait. You were mentioning that because you met with another person, right?
Yes. And technically, if we really go farther back, me going to kindergarten the year that I did is the reason we went to college. And the reason I say that is because my birthday is right on the edge there of, the cutoff. Technically speaking, my birthday was like the first day of school for kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
So I was too young, but they put me in anyway because they were like, well, let's not have him wait a year because then he'll possibly be behind other people his age kind of deal. Either way, they were worried about emotional stuntedness. But because of that, I was the youngest person in my class always. So I was 17 when I graduated high school, went to college, met Otter. And because I met Otter there, I have now met you guys here.
That's a nice story.
But when it came to college, what I was saying was that's when I made my friends. That's when I started really blossoming into who I am and who I am. It's where I found things I love. It's where I lost I didn't lose anything there. I'm not one of those college students.
Your sanity?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Or it's probably
Yeah.
where I found it more like.
The switch up is
But
real.
no. No, honestly, going to college was a huge new thing for me. It was first time on my own. A lot of people experience, first time on my own thing with going to college. But the college I went to was year round. It was split up into quarters, so I had like a week off between each quarter.
Oh.
And the rest of the time I was living there. So it was well and truly like I am on my own here. So I got a lot of time. I had a lot of free time I didn't know what to do with. It's also where I learned I could be a little bit of an asshole.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I made
little
somebody
bit.
throw a chair.
I believe it.
I also
I mean, that sounds
may
like
have
George.
uttered the words, hear me out here. I've grown from this. Deaf
Huh?
people are a problem.
Damn.
Oof.
Cancel him. Cancel him right now.
I hang out. I definitely hang out in calls with someone that's legally deaf.
For clarification on this, we were talking about fire alarms.
What? Hold on.
And
What?
how to, let different people know that there's a fire.
Hold on, Sue. Hold on. What, Rabbit? What did you say?
So one of my friends is legally deaf, and I hang out with them in Discord calls.
How?
That's completely reasonable.
It's called a cochlear implant, my friend.
Cochlear implant.
Have you never heard of a cochlear implant?
No, I have not.
I thought you were
Explain
part
to
of
me
the
what that
medical
is.
industry in some way.
Yeah, no,
My
all
goodness.
people-
You
You're
don't know how
not to
broad
know.
that is.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's what I
every
mean.
single thing about medical, okay?
I mean, at the very least, hearing of a cochlear implant, which is effectively a hearing aid for
Oh, it's a hearing aid. Okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
the actual other term for it, but it's a hearing aid. Okay. I know what a hearing aid is. I don't know.
Well,
I didn't know the
it's
actual term.
like
for it.
it's a more advanced version of a hearing aid. It's not just one like an earbud that you just put in. It's more like it kind of goes into the head in some way. Like it's a
Drilled
little
straight
more,
into the brain.
yeah, or something like that.
I legit thought that you were genuinely talking to a deaf person and like they could not hear you, so you would just like say
This is why I
things.
said
Why?
this is why I said legally deaf. They are.
That's what I'm saying, Sim. That's why I wanted a more context on that.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm saying, why would you think that?
I don't know. It's rabbit. What do you mean?
Yes, I am. I am doing sign language with just audio.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing audio-based sign language.
Basing it no, I can't even base it off the sound of the wind as you move your face. But yeah, no, the deaf people are a problem content was because we were talking about fire alarms and letting people know that there was an emergency.
That reminds me of that.
All
The
right.
TikTok.
Because I was questioning why do they have flashing lights on the first floor, which was reserved for the disabled students. And my friend was just like, it's so deaf people would actually cannot hear or
The loud, annoying alarm.
yeah. And it's like, so they would know. And I was like, oh, and then uttered the words.
I think that's kind of like a blessing in disguise because that alarm is so obnoxious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
I
God.
don't like you describing it as blessing in disguise, George.
Well, for that moment, I
So,
would assume it
For
is
that
like
moment,
it is.
yes.
Yeah, for
That's
that
what I
moment,
mean.
Yeah.
It's just God, that
I woke
alarm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a fire alarm story that I had. It was
Oh, boy.
a little frustrating. It was back when I was in college. I was in college. I was it was my second year, so I was in a dorm with, and my roommate doesn't stay in my dorm. They were hanging out with their girlfriend or whatever. But what ended up happening at 2:30 in the morning while I was sleeping, getting ready to, go to class, fire alarm
Go to
just
class.
just goes off. And I wake up in a stupor going, what the hell is going on? I open my door and it's a wall of smoke. I can't see anything.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm getting concerned now because, well, there's probably an actual fire. So my room is completely devoid of any kind of smoke or anything. So I get dressed. I try to make sure that I have proper pants on, not just sleeping pants on. And I grab my laptop because I don't want that burning in a fire. And I managed to get out of there. So standing in the parking lot, fire. It's actually a fairly cold day because it was like in the middle of January or something like that. And here in Florida, when it gets into the colder temperatures, the humidity hurts a lot. So it kind of
Yep.
does get a little more chilled than normal. And the fire department comes in, takes care of everything. We're out there for like 45 minutes. It's like, I've got to get, I'm getting really tired. And we find out that a couple of assholes ended up setting off not just a smoke bomb, but a stink bomb too on the second floor. Luckily, I'm on the first floor, but the second floor was completely screwed because
Damn.
the smell was horrible. The actual smell was so bad. Anytime I went up there, I was just like, I'm not going up to the second floor. Screw that nonsense. I'm sticking to my floor, the first floor.
Yeah, y'all can deal with that fire. I'm chilling here. I'm chilling here.
The fire? No, the stink bomb. That's
Oh, the stink
so
bomb. Oh yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Because it was
Okay, still with
set
that
off
stink
in.
bomb.
Luckily, it wasn't set off in the vents, because then the whole building would smell like sulfur and that. Okay, well,
That was a fire alarm story.
Yeah.
George, did you tell a story of new beginnings that you had?
I think I did, but like, I guess we can touch on the college thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I think college is. At least for me, like it was one of those where I really got to identify or find out who I really am, and it's a really. I didn't know I was a piece of shit until I went to college. Just put it that way, and. But yeah, like it was
for real.
Yeah, shut up, Soom. It was I don't know, I feel like I think people do need at least, young adults need that opportunity to kind of just live on their own, to really find out who they are. Because I believe without the experiences that I went through in college, I wouldn't be anywhere where I would be today. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be college, right? It's just, it can be something that you get a job, or you get like something that you get an opportunity in a different city. I think that can easily provide amazing growth for you, not just for like, work or whatever, but for you as a person as well. And yeah, it's really awesome for what I've been through. And a lot of people are like, I wish I could change this and that, but no, for me, it's like, even all the crap that I've been through, there was also a lot of good things I went through. I wouldn't change a single thing, like, because I wouldn't be who I am today if I did.
I actually kind of agree with you on that. It's like at the end of the day,
Take it all back. I take it all back.
Everything that's happened to me is what's made me me.
I take it all back. Soom's agreeing with me. I don't like that.
Yeah, George doesn't like me agreeing with him. It's what he gets.
I'm with you both. If I had to go through it all over again, and I knew that the choices would lead to this, I think that there's only one thing I would change, and that's just staying consistent, more consistent earlier on YouTube, because 2012 was the big boom of everything.
Yeah.
And, well,
I know what I would change.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the numbers on my lottery ticket to the winning ones.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Soom would be the same, like the typical winner. He would win it all, and then he would blow it all on stupid shit, and then be poor within the first year.
Yeah, absolutely, I would. I'd do it.
Just to spite me, he would do it.
All right. So, we're entering the final stretch. We're entering the final stretch here, and anything could happen.
Damn, hours or 40 minutes is already passed. Damn.
Yeah, no, I've been recording for 55 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty good episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It didn't feel like an hour.
Yeah, no, it didn't. I mean,
No,
we're approaching the hour mark, but we could still go a little over. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna say,
nice.
we can hang out and have fun for a little while, you know?
Hanging out.
Okay,
What?
I forgot. You don't actually like hanging out with me. I know. It's okay, buddy.
I want to give context though that this is just the dynamic between me and Sim. I don't actually not like him. I hate him.
He despises me. Every
I
fiber
hate him.
is being.
Just remember
The
that.
only reason I'm allowed to be here is because Rabbit is here, and Rabbit
I'm here.
loves me.
There.
There. There's actually I want to tell a story of the of me going through my quote unquote first roommate in college, and it's actually really funny how it worked out, because I ended up with actually rooming with one of my best friends at the time. Let me preface by saying this, that don't ever move in with your best friend, because he is no longer my best friend, unfortunately. But we ended for friendship, but for different reasons. It was because of a girl, but I learned a lot about him. He learned a lot about me. And I'm not saying the way he lives is wrong, and I'm not saying the way I live is right. It's just that we had conflicting ideas of what it would be to be, living in a living space, and that's just it. There's no right or wrong here. We just didn't mesh. But anyway, the my first roommate though, my university did a thing where you fill out a questionnaire, right? Because I was gonna live on these. They weren't the dorms, but they were apartments on school campus, and they were just glorified dorms though. But the thing is, like, they didn't have like the catch-all of a dorm. It didn't have like a mess hall. It didn't have like the amenities of a dorm, but it was cheaper, which is like, growing up, my family wasn't very wealthy, but I was lucky enough just to get to college in general. So we decided to go with those apartments. Anyway, we filled out the questionnaire for the roommate because you were assigned a roommate, because they only had 2 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms. And I was like, do I want to deal with 3 dudes or 1 dude? And I'm like, let me just deal with 1 dude because because the other 3 has a bigger chance of being a problem. So I fill out the questionnaire and I, answer all the questions, and I get this person, and it's like, all right, let me check his social media at the time. I think it was Facebook. That's all we had, and Twitter, and I think Snapchat and Instagram. But I think he only had a Facebook. Dude straight up looked like a damn sociopath, a serial killer, and I'm like, okay. Doesn't have anything else in his profile. Only has 1 picture of him in a wife beater tank top, and holding a pistol. And I'm like, what?
Check out these clips.
Wait, what was this for? I spaced out for a brief moment. What was this for?
It's for a roommate assignment for college. So you fill out a questionnaire and then you submit it, and then they match you based off the answers you put. I straight up put video game lover, music lover. I liked, exercising. I liked being social. I liked social events. I liked being a part of school events. All these like very distinct questions. But this one dude who straight up had a handgun in his profile picture with a muscle beater and a cigar in his mouth, and I'm like, what? How? What? I'm matched with this dude. To finish it up though, I ended up not moving in with him. And he I feel bad though because he texted me. He's like, "Hey man, you're moving in yet?" I never responded to him.
Oh, the denial.
You want to hear about my first roommate at college?
Well, part of it, my friend was able to, like I said, the one I moved in with, he last minute he decided to go to the school I was going to. He's like, "Oh shoot, let's just be roommates then." Yeah, and then that's why I dipped on the first one. But yeah, I'm so glad I didn't end up moving with the guy. So
yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
shame you lost your friendship over a girl.
But yeah, well, I mean, it's like that part. It was because of the girl. It wasn't like the basic we like the same girl. No, it was because she had did something behind his back, and I found out, and I told him, and he ended up doing something like behind her back, and a friend of mine and I knew. I didn't say anything, but my friend did, and it caused like this whole division between us.
Oh my!
Ironically enough, though, that the guy that told her what he did, me and him are good friends now. It's funny, so it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, nice, as it does.
Yeah,
and don't worry, my first roommate story is very short and quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I was moving into my dorm day of, right? We weren't really told much. We were just told, hey, this is where you're supposed to check in, get your key, go to your place. Right? We didn't know anything about our roommates, anything like that. So I show up, and they're like, hey, you're rooming with Ryan Jordanson. I don't fucking know. I'm like, okay. So I move. He's like, what room am I in here? Can I have the key? Go to my room. And to clarify here, these were overfill rooms.
Uh-oh.
They promised so many people rooms in the dorms, and I was last minute, so I ended up in overfill, which they just book rooms in a hotel for the students that didn't have dorms, because they're like, we know people are going to drop out. You're going to get your dorm, or you're staying here for the whole semester. And I was just like, I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't care. But they send me off on my way. I get to my room, and I'm like, okay, I'm meeting this person for the first time. I'm going to knock, and then I'm going to come in, right? So I go to I unlock the door, hard key, not a like key card key, like most actual metal key. Turn it, unlock it, open it. They've got the little latch lock closed, so I can't actually get into the room.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I shout out like, hey, hello, is your roommate, whatever. No response. So I'll go up to the front desk and I'm like, hey, I can't, like, they're not responding. I can't get into the room. Like, what should I do here? And it's like, well, wait like 10 minutes. Do you still have your key? Give that back to me for now. Give them back the key. They go check on the room. They can't get anybody to respond. They're like, okay, since we can't get you into this room, we're going to get you into another room with another person. So they shove me in another room. This dude's like obsessed with GTA 5.
Oh, of course.
Smoking pot. Like, two things.
As any GTA 5 lover does.
Yeah. So he's whatever. He at least, he's just like, I hope you don't mind that I smoke, but... And my response was, no, I don't care. I grew up around people that do. It's whatever. Just so long as, like, you're not doing it in, like, the open or whatever. He always went outside. But that's not the relevant part here. 2 days later, the person who does, like, the organization of the rooms stops me in the hall up at the school, and tells me, it's like, hey, you were the one who couldn't get into his room that first day, right? And it's like, yeah. And she's like, you want to know what happened there?
Ooh, I do.
I'm like, yeah, sure. You're like, he was asleep. He was just asleep. The only reason they found out he was even there is because he apparently ordered a pizza and was asleep when they got there still.
Oh my god. That is one heavy sleeper.
There are people pounding and yelling at your door, and you slept through it.
Oh man, I want pizza now.
It just baffled me that he slept through all that.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. What the heck?
But if you want to hear more, I've got another terrible roommate. After the GTA 5 player moved out, I got an interesting one.
Well, we could save it for the next time. All right.
Yeah, save it. Tease it.
College was a weird time for me.
So, all right. We had a lot of good discussions about new beginnings. We had amazing times. We had great talking points here. And this is our first episode, the newest beginning of a new podcast. Infinite things.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. That was the word.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you pick this topic because this is a new beginning?
Yeah, obviously he did. George, are you dense?
Did you not hear how
He literally
got it.
That was his
I
first
just figured it
introductory
out.
spiel.
What the hell? That's why he picked it. You son of a bitch.
He didn't even listen
You
to you.
son
He
of a bitch,
literally
Rabbit.
just didn't listen to you, Rabbit.
You son of a bitch.
He doesn't listen.
I do listen. Shut it,
Clearly
Zoom.
you
I do listen.
Now,
Oh
with
my
that being
god.
said,
That
one
makes
of you
sense.
two
no.
is going to be the host for next time. And I get the honor, the privilege of being the first person to choose the first winner of this podcast.
You know my sledgehammer really quick. All right,
He's
make
gonna
your
be
choice,
angry
Rabbit.
when I win.
All right, so I'm tallying up my points here because I do
Wait.
give points to people.
Wait, you were keeping
No, he
points?
actually used
Yeah.
points.
I'm
What?
actually using points. You guys don't have to. You could be very
That's
arbitrary.
why he
about
was making sure I got my chance to talk.
it. Yeah.
So he
no.
wasn't doing it with the kindness of his own heart. He was doing it so
I
he could
thought
be...
he-
Manipulative.
Absolutely not.
yeah.
Hey, I feel like he gaslit you, Sim. I think he did.
That's not Gavin.
All right, so if we tally this up here, we'll start with the first person on my
Mark lighting
left,
more like it.
Sam. So we got well, that's my brother. We got 1, 2, spending time with friends. Don't want
Did you
to
actually write this
restart.
down?
Yeah, I wrote it all down. Modding community, growing further with others. I mean, my notes might not make sense, but they're points. So that's 1,
He
2,
actually
3,
kept a
4,
tally. What?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
man is lying?
All right, so some you have 10 points. You got 10 points. here.
Double digits, baby.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
actual
good job.
score?
Yeah, that's what I gave for some. So George, you have wonderful, not restarting, so that's 2. Error and tangent for sequelitis. Beta tester rabbit, Fiverr failure, no rebranding.
I don't like this. It sounds like I'm winning. What?
You are.
Let's see. Escaped sketchy roommate. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 points. And by
I
the
hate
skin of his teeth,
everything.
the
Get
first
bent.
winner of
Suffer.
Infinite Nonsense,
You got what you deserve.
George 2D. Would you like to give a winner speech, George?
Can I quit yet?
Well, that was a good winner speech. Some.
All
would
I'm
you
gonna
like-
say is that y'all better be ready for next week, you little shits. I'm gonna give y'all a topic that's gonna make y'all think. I don't even know what it is yet. But y'all don't know it yet either, so it works out.
I know what my topic would be.
See, like I have to win every week now. That's just okay.
He's
All right.
afraid of
See how
me.
this-
No, you
He's
got
afraid of my
George,
power.
you gotta
I'm
pick a
afraid of
winner.
the viewers for them. Zoom. That's the thing.
would you like to give a loser speech?
I would
Fucking
like
loser
to say thank you, Rabbit, for, listening to my wishes and granting George the victory. I'm very proud of him, and he's a good boy.
Am I being
Also, he
gaslit
got
right
what
now?
he fucking deserved.
Did I actually win, or am I being gaslit?
No, you won. You won, definitely.
Yeah, no, you won.
You won, legitimately.
I feel like I'm being more gaslit now.
You won.
And that's
You're the winner.
What's
You're
the
the
problem
winner.
with winning?
So, thank you all for joining us. This has been the Infinite Nonsense podcast. You can catch somebody at SomebodyDS on Twitch. You can catch George at George2D on YouTube. And you can catch me at Rabbit Hat for Rabbit Hat Plays on YouTube.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.